Pisces? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with less. It's good. With the general tarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2022. My shirt actually says less stress, more love. That actually looked really cool visually. Love more, stress less. Ooh. I like that. I feel like that's just like what's coming in for you, just the vibe. Less. Less is more. Less bullshit. Less stress. Way more love, way more activity, way more fun, way more curiosity. Introspective expansion. I feel like your inner world is expanding. And because your inner world is expanding, I feel like you're going to start getting curious about the external world around you, developing it, enriching your experiences. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Over there, Spirit Squadron and I dive in and clarify each card. There's also so much more content outside of these videos, so be sure to check it out. It's just as low as $8 a month. For daily content, check out my Instagram at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. All the links are in the description box below. So, Pisces, when I lean into your energy, actually things felt really copacetic. Flowing. Comfortable. And I feel like it's a bit of the calm before the storm that will be your shadow season in Virgo season. So, there is something about doing what you can to really like worry about what's yours to worry about. Making sure that the balls that you're juggling are yours to fucking juggle. And that you aren't taking on anybody else's emotional homework or anyone else's responsibilities. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Let's get into it. Because in Leo season we ride. There's this authenticity that I want you to be able to access. And it's on the other side of some structure and discipline for you guys. The ugly R word, routine, possibly. But this season is all about getting clear in the heart, getting light as a feather in the heart, in the spirit, so that you can tap into and harness your willpower. The sun will be in rulership. The sun is home. And so suddenly there's this boost to maybe be seen more, to get out more, be social more, interact with nature more, to live life really to like a new kind of fullest. Acquiring new goals, new aspirations. Even like how the sun is playing, the sun is not bright at all really outside. But how it's playing here in the camera is interesting. I just feel like this is a season of light. And your relationship to light is going to be changing because Pisces, you are the most complex sign of all the signs, the most complex season. You are the culmination of all the signs into one. And so there is this breath, I feel like a breath of fresh air, exhalation, like waiting to exhale, getting to exhale, like finally getting to like be over or done with something. Pay attention to what has like a heaviness on your chest, what has weight on you. Just heard something, sorry. Pay attention to it. On July 22nd, Leo gets the sun, and suddenly, like, you're here to shine. There's a lot of opportunities to glow up here. And I want you to get really, really confident in listening to your intuition, your instincts. So I'm definitely doing minimal astrological notes. On July 28th, there's the new moon in Leo, and this is about really getting real in regards to what aspect of yourself are you ready to shine or display or market or share or debut or launch, or develop. What are you, is there something that you're wanting to be known for or be seen for? Really, like, I feel like also this, for some of you, this is a big season of success and celebration and just like getting to like wrap up, like being done with certain things, so that there's this like calm, this relaxation, this like freedom that you get to really embark upon. That same day, Jupiter retrogrades in Aries. And Jupiter is one of your ruling planets traditionally, along with Neptune, Pisces. And so this is going to be some heavy-hitting realizations about yourself. Some shifts in your relationships with people, with Pisces, Sagittarius, Aries, Libra, even possibly placements. I do feel, and Leo, you know, there's also there's a lot coming to light. You are a sign that is known for its darkness and its appetite, and it's like you're built to handle large quantities of darkness. You know how to navigate. You know how to like swim through it, and you understand that your darkness is all of the color, all of the light combined. And I feel like you get a fucking break. That's how this feels. And some of you really get to like understand that, like peel back layers. You get to do what you want to do. But this is basically a season where you need to really prioritize yourself, and you are needing to really be honest about yourself. You're needing to express yourself in a multitude of ways. On July 31st, Uranus will be conjunct the North Node, meaning they'll meet at the same degree in Taurus. And the next day, Mars joins the conjunction and like pours some fucking flame on the fire. The Three of Cups flashed out. It didn't come out, but it just like flipped over in the deck. I'm not keeping it. But I do feel like there are big shifts in your friend group, but in your friend group, but like in your social life, you finally getting to celebrate something. You finally getting to like, for some of you, it's like experiencing a new kind of freedom, a promotion, meeting new friends, getting like graduating, getting married, having a kid or something like that. There is some sort of, or there's a new relationship coming in, and like you just are feeling more invigorated. I feel like there is something about collaboration, co-creation. And Leo is a highly creative sign. It is one of the first signs of creativity. And self-expression is a big thing. So I do feel like there is this boost that you need to pay attention to. If you don't have a creative outlet this season, then things may get a little stir crazy and unnecessarily for you, because Jupiter retrograding is in Aries, the sign of the self. If you are uncomfortable putting your oxygen mask on first, if you are uncomfortable taking care of yourself, things are about to get real weird. And for those of you who don't have problems articulating yourself, Jupiter retrograding in Aries is really going to have you reevaluating your beliefs, reevaluating me, like what your concept of who you are. It's going to be have you reevaluating the way that, what you present to the world, what you present, what you share with other people. Your me wounds versus your we wounds are going to be coming up. So I do feel like this is a season for those of you who are in relationships. It would be very, very beneficial for you to really like focus on yourself, It would be because some stuff's going to come up. And I feel like you're not going to have to force it. Some of y'all been forcing it down. It's going to like involuntarily come up. There may be things, and that's the thing about fire signs. Fire, and specifically Leo. It's very Knight of Wands. Leo is like, I don't know. It makes night. It just gives me Knight of Wands. And according to the Golden Dawn too. Fire signs often move so quickly that they have to go back and apologize, get some shit that they forgot, smooth some things over because they didn't think some shit all the way through. And so I do feel like there is a possibility for you to tap into that energy and really be feeling that and say some things that you actually fucking mean that are going to be really, really, really hurtful. So you got to be careful, especially now Mercury is in Leo. And I'm telling you, like, it's gonna, and I say a lot of you, but flip it. There may be people around you who say things who are like, I fucking knew it. Like, or I felt that, or thank you for showing me who you are. That needs to be the response. No matter what it is, thank you for showing me your truth. Thank you for showing me who you are. And it's your responsibility, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, to fucking believe them. We're not out here pussyfooting, begging nobody to love us, not out here pacifying shitty behavior and shitty communication, not making excuses for people, none of that, no. And on the 31st, that Uranus North Node conjunction, and then on August 1st, Mars joins the conjunction, and I'm telling you, we're bulldozing our way to our destiny and our mission. So I know you're paying attention, but it's like you have to, in this season, really pay attention to yourself, prioritize yourself, because that is healthy. That is not selfish. I don't know if there's anybody around you who's telling you that's selfish, but 1 + 1 = 2. And I feel like you know that. And so that may be something that you're having to articulate to other people, where it's just like asking for your space or asking for your time, or like you're just not with the like codependent, like clingy, weird shit anymore. There's some things have shifted. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. And you got to be feeling good. If you really get all this ick and, you know, insecurity and stuff off of your chest, if you really like say it and operate at a high level of authenticity, operate with a high level of integrity, you already got the compassion thing down, but you need to be some of y'all will be so compassionate you lie about some stupid shit. So compassionate, you're trying to save everybody's feelings, and you end up doing something that actually, you know, isn't just like good for the group or good for the relationship or good for the family. You know what I mean? And so don't be out here hiding. Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius, and so there's going to be a lot of karmic and cosmic tests coming by way of people, coming by way of your friend group, coming by way of your hopes, your wishes, and you want to be acting right during the Saturn retrograde, because I've been saying it over and over, the punishment will not fit the crime. If you out here fucking over people, lying, being deceitful, and some of you, it's like weird, even whenever you are, like everybody knows everything, and it's like, this is like, even especially for like my polyamorous people, it's just like, wow, it's so weird that like I don't have to lie about shit. Everybody knows everything. Everybody like understands where they're, you know, where they're at. Everybody understands me. You know, it's like, it can be kind of foreign sometimes to just be able to operate in like your 100% truth and authenticity, and like have your cake and eat it too. It's kind of fucking weird. This is real. Okay. It's possible. You just got to ask for what you want, and you got to be real honest about it. Mercury goes into Virgo on August 4th, And thank God, because I just feel like there's going to be finally some structure to the chaos that comes in. And that could be where the sharpness, chop kind of energy increases even more for you guys. The more that we ramp up to your shadow season, the more like truth you're going to be coming out. So if you're trying to play the nice one, or if you're trying to keep it cool or go with the flow or not rock the boat, I'm telling you, the boat was built to be fucking rocked. Rock that motherfucker. Rock the boat. It can withstand. You can withstand the rocking of the boat. Whatever that means for you. On August 11th, Venus goes into Leo. And we're attracting, all of a sudden it's very glowy. It's very like accessorized, the aesthetic. You start caring about your body and your looks a little bit more, which means be compassionate with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. That's all I'll say. There's going to be an attracting in of competition, expression, creativity, arts, delight, joy, children, sports. That same day, we have the full moon in Aquarius, and I'll do a separate video, of course. But this is going to have a lot to do with you taking new leaps of faith into new ventures, into new creativities, into new friendships, into new relationships possibly, into new depths with yourself, into new depths with the divine. There's definitely some beautiful releasing that's happening here. Some awarenesses, though, that are coming in a lot of way by other people. So when people show you who they are, believe them. The confusion is going to be cleared, and you feel it in the pit of your stomach, in the pit of your chest. You will fucking feel the truth. So allow yourself to understand what the difference between an intuitive yes and intuitive no is, and like taking the time to figure that out. It takes work, it takes practice. You've got to learn yourself. You've got to do this stuff. If you want to like have these skills, you've got to develop them and harness them. And that's what I want you to learn from me, if anything. But making sure that you just check in and update yourself with like, I know if it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. And I know internally, like even asking like, what's my name? Where do I live? And like feeling how a yes feels. And you know what I mean? Lean into that. On August 20th, Mars goes into Gemini, and I do feel like it's an opportunity to start overthinking again. But there are going to be this motivation and this motivation to interact, to learn new things. This is a great time to wrap things up, to learn new things, to start new things, to teach, to make decisions. I feel like you're going to be motivated to really think outside the box. Motivated to have like your finger in kind of every pie and like be all over the place. And honestly, I like it for you, Pisces. I feel like it's time for you to get comfortable starting to shoot your shot in different arenas of your life. So, clear out this old stale energy. And if you did not know, I mean, I don't know, I just, sometimes I feel bad if you have headphones on. I don't know how you guys, what you do. But I do feel like it's really beneficial to just clear out the space with sound, as well as smoke, in addition to. So, hydrate, light it if you got it. Take a few deep cleansing breaths, empty your lungs, take a deep breath when you're ready. Repeat. Calling in benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leo season 2022. One flipped over and I haven't looked at it yet. And there's two because I needed this one first. First card out is the Queen of Swords. Second card out is the Lovers. Okay, and now I get why. Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There are some big changes coming in the ways that you interact. I'm telling you, you're going to be sharp. You're going to want to like just say it like it is. You're going to, it's giving very Virgo energy, and Virgo is being activated by Mercury. This is Mercury. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements or Virgo placements coming in, or Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I feel like there is this, these two cards needed to come out because I feel like Leo season for you guys, first thing out to be clarified is how you communicate. How are you at being truthful about your mental health? Are you being truthful about your mental state? Are you being honest with yourself that there may be some anxiety or depression or stuff that's, you know, really stressing you out or weighing on you? Are you admitting it to yourself? Are you talking to your guides, your loves, your partners, your children? Are you talking to other people about it? As a water sign, water has to flow. Stagnant water is dangerous. So it's important to be talking on a regular basis, even if that's venting. I feel like some of you are like, oh, I'm tired of complaining about the same thing. Okay, but like, as long as you're putting action into it, your friends aren't going to care. You know what I mean? Just make sure you're doing your part. And I feel like that's what's coming up. Also, I feel like for some of you, there are profound, very important conversations, very important statements that need to be made in your romantic relationships. There are some big truths. There are some big conversations. There are some aha moments. It's time to be way more direct, fair, and honest. Some of you, I feel like you're being an asshole to your partner, or your partner's being an asshole to you, or there's just like the communication style may really be off, or there may be like some like not fighting fair, or some of you have really made it through that patch and you're standing and showing up and feeling really autonomous and independent. Some of you are coming into Leo season really like hearing from somebody that they love you or that they want to be with you, or you're really feeling the need to express that. I feel like there's so many different ways, and there's so many different ways to say I love you, and I feel there's so many different ways to say I want to be with you. There's so many ways to say like you're still the one. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I don't know how. You know that. I love that song. Still the one. That's Shania, right? Yeah. You're still the one that I love. The only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. Still the one. Some of you need to like say that, need to like explain to someone that they're still the one. Some of you are struggling to show your love with your actions and your words. And it's time to really articulate and express to yourself like what you love. I feel like that's what's coming in, what you care about. Some of you like don't take for granted that somebody's going to be there. Don't take for granted that this opportunity to feel, to express, to emote is always going to be there. This is the season of the heart, of the ego, of pride, of romance, of love. Leo season is like going to have you roaring into your heart space. The sun is coming up to really expose togetherness, love, relationships, sacrifice, compromise, decisions that need to be made. And you need to be making decisions and communicating from a very mature place. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Judgment. Whoa. There is a lot of divine intervention coming out. There's a lot of divinely orchestrated events that are happening. There's some major redirection. Judgment at the center of the reading says it's time to get off autopilot. There may be someone with Scorpio or Gemini placements coming in. I feel like the trumpet of truth has been sounding in your ear for long enough. You can no longer ignore the call on your heart. You can no longer ignore the truth of something, and there's some powerful conversations that are going to be had. Justice is the deliberation and judgment is the verdict. So this is some of you getting off the fence and having some conversations, and trust and believe that you're divinely protected in having these conversations. For some of you, this is I want to leave. For some of you, this is I need more. For some of this is like I want to break up, or I know what you did last summer. You know what I mean? There's some like shit that's coming up. Yeah, it's like there is a clarification of the confusion. There is and also some of you, I say you, but it may be like flip it. Someone may be saying to you, like, I'm done self-sacrificing, or I feel taken advantage of, or what's going on with your addictions, or what's going on with your escapism, or your depression, or there's like, stuff is too foggy. We haven't had this conversation about this. We need to clarify this. Some of you, there's this like finally, wow, and final card, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're getting closer and closer to yourself, this new version of yourself that I feel like, and you on the bottom of the deck, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of, maybe there's some stuff going on with your mother, going on with family. Some of you want out of a relationship, or someone wants out of a relationship, or out of the house that you're in, out of the state that you're in. Maybe it's like we've been together for too long, let's get engaged, or I want to get married, or I want to get divorced, or I want to move, or why are we still here? There's like these big like crossroads kind of energies coming through. And some of you, it's like it's time to decide. Have you been wild for too long? Have you been domesticated for too long? It's time. Have you been guarded for too long? Are you going to really let these people in? Are you really going to like share yourself? And do you feel like some of you, your values are changing? Jupiter governs values, belief, religion, philosophy. There's some profound evolutions going on in your belief system, in your relationship to family, what you think family is. Some of you are, I feel like, going to be maybe doing psychedelics, or maybe you're drinking a lot or smoking a lot. There's some downloads that are coming in. The divine's like, oh, this is the only way I can get a hold of you? All right, I'll come through your dreams. All right, I'll come through this trip. All right, I'll come through, this role. I'll come. Oh, you ignoring me? Oh, I'll come to you in your waking life. I'm telling you though, ignoring this creates tower moments. Staying in a state of la la land creates tower moments. And tower moments are when we put ourselves in these precarious situations that are just like, oh, one day they'll change, one day we'll get better, one day our communication will heal, one day we'll love each other the way we used to, one day it'll feel like how we used to, blah, blah, blah. There could be like some sort of like, let the writings on the wall or something. And this could be with work. This could be like, I used to love this and now I don't. But I do feel like no matter what, Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, no matter what's going on in your romantic relationship, no matter what's going on legally, whatever is going on creatively, spiritually, the divine got you. There is this like overarching theme here about like protection. I even feel like I can like feel, it's just like, some of y'all got people like y'all, you don't even know, like your freaking ancestors watch over you. There's so many like guides and energies that just like love what love you and who you are and how you function and what you do and how you think. And they want to like support you, want you moving forward. And now it's like you wanting that for yourself. I feel like Leo season has you turning a stern, hard back to someone. We are moving fucking forward. onward march. Like, that's how it feels. Like, onward we go. And onward we go into love. Onward we go into maybe this intense connection with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Virgo. Or a truth and honesty within yourself will bring a deepening to your pre-existing relationships. There may be somebody with Leo placements coming into your life also. I feel like there may be someone with Aquarius specifically placements coming in. But there is something about understanding that you specifically as a Pisces, your connection to yourself, your connection to the divine has to be your number one priority. And whenever you do that, you draw in people who are in awe of you, in awe of your gifts, in awe of your intellect, in awe of your talents. Some of you are really wanting to develop your intellect, wanting to learn new languages, wanting to take new classes, or like update your resume, or be like you're learning new things. I feel like education is going to bring transformation, and it's going to bring an end to an old way of feeling, like an old, like you being ho-hum about things. It's like once you start learning stuff, you really get out of this like meh kind of like place of feeling. And I do feel like it's like no more willful blindness. You are really ready to I feel like some of you have processed. You know your shit. You know who you are. You know your rhythms. You know how you function. You're honest. You know when you're depressed. You know when you're anxious. You know when you're ready to hibernate, when you're ready to come out of the cocoon. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is some stuff that's coming through. Like this feels like a breaking through of the cocoon. And I feel like you're ready to interact. You're ready to talk. You're ready to communicate. Short distance travel would be really great. Networking now would be really great. Getting out in the neighborhood, getting out in your community, hanging out with your siblings, hanging out with your family, talking about long-term family plans. This is going to be a juicy ass plunge. There is so much, starting out with heavy air, then the rest of it is water. And so I do feel like there is this influx of information, influx of intellect, influx of you being able to use your words really wisely. And all of a sudden the divine ushers in, brings in this revitalization, this revamping, this reinvigoration of spirit. The parting of the clouds. There are so many clouds. Let's look at this in the plunge. But wow, look at this. I wanted, for those of you, I love all y'all. Everybody can't afford everything, so I get it. So I want you to see, but look at the amount of clouds. But it's like you above the clouds, you getting above the mental confusion, you getting above the things that have stressed you out, and the divine descending from that, the divine emerging, these lessons, this guidance, this protection emerging out of a period of confusion for a long time. And because the divine is emerging now, there's new information being dropped down, and there's aspects of yourself that have atrophied. Parts of you create like creativity. Some of you are just like, I used to love to paint. I used to love to draw. I used to love to create. I used to sing, dance, art, write. I used to do all these things, and I feel like I've lost access to it. It's coming back. You are getting access back to you. The sun is parting. I love this so much. The sun is parting through all these clouds. Look at this, all the clouds. Clouds here, clouds there. And the sun, Leo, is descending, creating all of this light, this realization, and this like revitalization. It'd be great for you to start working out. It'd be great for you to start working out and stick to it. Love you. Definitely hydrating a lot this season. Let your mind explore. Let yourself daydream. I feel like you striving for clarity of the mind is going to help you communicate very clearly with those around you, draw in and attract into you really like-minded people. Striving for a healthier communication is going to resolve a lot of shit in your life. If you have somebody that's been like your punching bag in some sort of way, you may lose that person. You may have already lost that person in some sort of way, or access to that person in some sort of way. And I do feel like there's healing available to you. You've just got to shift. There's some accountability coming in. There's some shifting of focus onto yourself so that you can fill your cup and properly flow and exchange with other people. I do feel like the divine is asking you to get off the fence about a purpose, about a job, about a relationship. Some of you have way too many like people on the roster, and you're feeling like maybe lonely, or maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, and it's like, tend to that. Also tend to that shadow of why you need so many people on the roster, or on the back burner, or why you need so much attention, or why are you attracting in partners who need so much attention. That's a thing as well. People are definitely coming in to be mirrors. I do feel like there is, the closer we get to Virgo season, you're going to like you come out of Leo season hyper aware of what you bring to the table, proud of yourself, mature, balanced, creative, artistic, deeply connected to your spirituality, deeply connected to your intuition. The only one who can rival her intuition is the High Priestess. And so there is something about you remembering who you are. But so much of it starts with your words. And all of this depends on your ability to communicate, to project, to emote. There may be projects or presentations or something that you have to give, and I feel like we'll dive into that in the plunge. But wow, this feels profound, and it should. I feel like you're gonna leave Leo season really understanding who you are at a very different level, and being very proud of yourself, because there is this new chapter that you're moving towards, and the divine definitely is protecting you and wants you comfortable in the depths of you, comfortable displaying that, talking to people, sharing, giving that compassion. But your interpersonal relationships are very important, and things are going to shift. And you can no longer refuse to listen to the call of your heart. You can no longer deny speaking your truth. If you keep this up, you will start to become the toxic one. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.